is my understanding that you are, in fact, nominated as Pool Girl of the Year with Pool Nation Awards. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I also, just so you guys know, I was also nominated for Trainer of the Year. Vote for me. Well, hi. Thanks for tuning in again to Pool Time Podcast by Raypak. My name is Brad Duncan. I'm the National Pool Product Trainer for Raypak. With us today, once again, we have another guest from one of our classes. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Maria Castellanos, and I am from Ensenada Pool and Spa.
Ensenada Pool and Spa. And what type of service do you provide at Ensenada Pool and Spa?
We clean the filters, do the maintenance, and some repairs. We start doing some repairs as long as we start coming to these classes or trainings. Right. So we are more confident to provide this type of service to our customers.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad we're actually making some progress. So your company is primarily a service company, is that correct?
Right.
And do you do the service yourself?
Yes, me and my husband.
Right, okay. So you are a pool service technician.
Right.
Great. Now, to that end, it is my understanding that you are, in fact, nominated as Pool Girl of the Year with Pool Nation Awards. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I also, just so you guys know, I was also nominated for Trainer of the Year. Vote for me.
Okay. Vote for Brad.
Vote for Maria. So good. Then we'll see you down in Dallas. I take it you're coming down to the awards.
Yeah,
great.
Making the arrangements to go there. So.
All right. Now, how long have you been servicing swimming pools?
Well, I started helping my husband because he was working before for a company. So I started helping him since I think it was 2017.
Okay.
2007.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. That is considerably longer. You've been at it for a while.
For a while. So the guy that we were working, he offered me to start doing pools, too, in 2017. Mm-hmm. So I worked for him for almost 4 years.
Right.
And then we start our own company.
Okay.
So that's when we start doing the seminars, the trainings. I pay for the CPO.
CPO, sure.
Some certifications, so we start doing that.
Well, that sounds like the right way to go if you want to make sure that you have all the information lined up and that you're prepared to perform the tasks that are necessary when you're servicing pools. And but you've begun to do some repairs. Do you remember the first thing that you ever fixed?
Yeah, when we tried to change the seals from the
pump seal, yeah.
From seals, so that's the one that everybody told me it is so easy to fix. But when you start doing yourself, that's when you find out that it's not too easy to remove the.
It is physically difficult to get that seal out of the seal plate, and I think a lot. And I've asked this question to a lot of people as we talk about their journey in the pool industry, and quite often, that's the first thing. People learn to fix a pump seal because that starts to leak and it has to be fixed right away. And so you learn to fix that. And I remember being afraid of that. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand how it worked. But it turns out to be one of those things that once you've done it, it all becomes clear. And then the second one is far easier.
Right.
So now you've done more than one pump seal then.
Right.
Okay. And they got easier, didn't they?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
That's what I thought. So that makes perfectly good sense. That tracks with most people's experience. Is there something about? I mean, I understand you got into it because your husband was in the industry. Is it something that what keeps you around? What gets you to stay in the industry?
Because I always like to work outside.
Yeah.
Not inside. So when I start doing pools and I say, oh, this is something easy, apparently it is easy, but I like to talk with people, and everybody, every time people come to talk to my husband, he don't want it. So I was the one who talked with the customers, and they like me how I talk and I explain what we were doing and all the stuff. So they like me how I explain, and that's why I get it to educate myself more to talk to the customers and explain why the chemicals has to be the certain way to not corrode the plaster or taking care of all the filter, the heater, especially because there are not equipment that is cheap.
Yeah.
There's a big investment, and we as a service provider, we have to take care all the stuff. That's why they hire us to
Of course,
take care.
That's why we have jobs. So I can see where, that's it gives you the opportunity to be outdoors. And while and you said one thing that I might maybe disagree a little with when you said it was easy. It is the easiest hard job that you can find. The work is hard, but if you enjoy what you do, then it's not so difficult to go ahead and do it. I mean, it's always hard work. There's always more to be done. It's hot. You're outdoors a lot, but at the same time, the actual tasks themselves don't. In many cases, you do the same thing every time, and so it's not a difficult thing to learn how to do. And I think a lot of people end up in the industry for that reason. So
Right, and when I was helping my husband, he don't let me carry the caddy.
yeah,
So he spoiled me, but when I start doing myself, I take the road that my husband has doing. So he has 72 pools.
okay,
So the first week that I done myself, I finish almost every day like at 8 p.m.
yeah, yeah.
And the easy work, it was not easy.
Not so easy.
As the same as it was with my husband.
Yeah, I remember starting at dawn and finishing just in time to get home for a late night dinner at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I remember those days. But what you discussed some of the things that you like about it. Are there any other things about the job that you find rewarding that you feel feeds what your need to make an impact, or just what makes you happy? Anything other than that?
I just found out that I love to do repairs more than the
How
service.
about that? Yes. Well, that is a step, as
So
we all find out.
That's what I want to do now. I don't like the part of cleaning, especially because the fall is coming.
Sure.
Oh, we are in fall already, but the leaves is going to
Leaves.
fall in and all
Yeah.
the stuff that is coming. So that's when I was thinking, I think that I'm going to go more on the service repair, the repairs.
And what have you now? You fixed a pump seal, or two or three or whatever. What else have you worked on that you found yourself able to repair at this point?
We have changed some timers. We are installing some pumps already. We have working on heaters, and we are already installing the Avia, the new one.
Okay, great.
So that's mostly that we were doing.
All right. So I'm glad to hear that, because you've been to my class, several of my classes.
Right.
I've seen you many times. It started to like, she
It is
looks
like
really
the
familiar.
university.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just the next professor. So I'm glad to hear that has had an impact, and that you are able to utilize that information and make some repairs on some heaters. Do you find it rewarding to repair something that didn't work and then you fix it and it does work? Is that something that you feel makes you feel good?
That it wasn't work.
A repair. And you show up at a job and there's a device, a pump, a heater, something doesn't work, it's broken. You open it up, you fix it, and then it works. How does that make you feel?
Oh yeah, it feels good.
It does, doesn't it?
When you fix something.
Yes.
And you were expected to fix it. Yeah.
Oh, especially then. Yeah, no, that's pretty good stuff. I miss that a little bit. I don't make repairs as often as I once did, because now I'm teaching. So when you find yourself in a situation where you're not really sure what to do, maybe there's something, a device that you're not familiar with, or a repair that you're not sure how to do, how do you proceed from that point? How do you find out what to do to fix something? Are there people that you ask questions of? Is there documentation or manuals or anything? How would you overcome that?
Yeah, the first thing that I do is go to YouTube.
Oh wow, how about that?
Sometimes I
Okay.
go to YouTube, sometimes because I know, like the Ivan from Penter,
Hmm.
we went to a class, so he gave me his phone number, so I always text him when I have a problem or a question, so for a pipe that I can prime or something. Even sometimes I call him and I ask question and he gave me the answer, but then he says, "Oh Maria, but this is a Jandy. You should call Jandy, not Penter. Remember,
Uh-huh.
that's the other company."
Right.
But I appreciate it. He always have some answers for me. So I have a good advisors or people who help me, the reps from companies that I can always
Ah,
call him,
okay.
or some other guys that I knew from SAP or Superior.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So
That
other
is
other pool
other pool
people
people.
that you
Yeah,
meet at the distributors,
right.
reps for particular companies of the product that you're looking at. That's always a good idea because they can give you some idea of what you're looking at. And I personally have gotten phone calls from people that were describing a problem with a heater that I knew was not my heater. And then they
And
seem
it's
surprised when I say, you called the Raypak guy, right? And then, oh no, I didn't realize it. Now, as it happens, I was able to answer his question anyway.
right,
And we're going to try to help you out. I think anybody in the industry is gonna be happy to help you out. So you find that the people that you meet at the distributors are often friendly enough and willing enough
right,
to give you a hand.
right.
Well,
Yeah,
that's all good
and I
news.
appreciate because other people will say, no, that's not my, call them,
Oh yeah,
call that company. But
sure.
no, they are really friendly and they are willing to help me when I have some
Well, that is
problems.
good to know. And I mean, I really feel like, particularly in this industry, people are willing to help, and less likely. I mean, unless it's something you just don't know. Look, that's somebody else's product, and I just don't know how that particular device works. You would
Right,
have to talk to them. But hey, man, if I know the answer, I'll tell you. I'm
right.
happy to, volunteer whatever information I have. I think that's going to wrap it up for us right now. I'm going to give you one parting shot here where you get to plug your company. Where do you operate, the name of the company, and how people can contact you if they are interested in having you service their pool.
Sure. My company name is Ensenada Pool and Spa. We are servicing the area in San Fernando Valley. Right now, we are services in Agoura Hills, Thousand Oaks, Moore Simi Valley, and recently in La Cañada.
Oh,
So
we're
we are
moving a little further east.
right.
Okay.
So my phone number is 747-465-9416. So
Okay. Reach out if
thank
you're
you.
looking for pool service in the greater San Fernando Valley area and as far east as La Cañada and North Glendale. All right. And, that's all San Fernando, Los Angeles area for those of you that are watching outside of the area. We're certainly glad you tuned back in. We hope you'll check back with us next time. Thanks again. And as always, you stay classy, San Diego.